I mentioned my brother's 21. We have a big age difference, 13 years. And I've realized looking back at it that the woman that raised me and the woman that raised my brother, two very different women. I was raised in the 90s. I was raised on Hot Pockets and Jerry Springer. That's what I was raised on. I would come home from school, there'd be a Hot Pocket waiting there, and Jerry Springer would be on, and she'd make me watch it with her. Because she thought it was educational, all right? She realized I was growing up without a father. She didn't want me to be naive to the world. She's like, I want you to watch. So I'd watch. I'd watch and learn. I'd watch a little person fist fight a nun. No matter what happened on the episode, my mom thought it was a good show because at the end of every episode, Jerry would go, remember everybody, love yourselves and each other. And my mom would be like, you see, he's a good man. That's how I was raised, all right? Now, cut to a few years later, my brother comes along. My mom's a different woman. You know, no more Hot Pockets in the house. She's health conscious. Now there's kale, and she bought that juicer from the guy with the eyebrows. And no more Jerry Springer. Now she's watching Oprah and Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. And whatever they're selling, she's buying. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but like 10 years ago, people stopped using deodorant for a minute because they said deodorant might cause cancer. So instead, people started using a holistic rock. It was just a rock. It did nothing, and you rubbed it under your pits, and your close family and friends had to lie to you. That's what it was. Well, my mom got heavy into that at the same time. My poor brother hit puberty. All right? Yeah. And I found, during the great deodorant ban at the trailer park. And I found out while we were at the movies. Our thing was to watch the Marvel's movies. So we're sitting there, and I'm just sitting there going, it smells like, what? It smells like sweet death in here. What is that? You guys remember being 12? That's the smelliest you've ever been in your life. Everyone smells like an onion patch at that age. And I looked at him. I'm like, is that you? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what happened? You didn't shower? And he goes, I showered. I'm like, you didn't put deodorant on? He goes, I put deodorant on. I'm like, what the hell did you use? And he goes, the holistic rock. And I'm like, that doesn't work. And he's like, oh, I'm well aware. And I go, you go to school smelling like that? And he's like, yeah. And I get picked on every day. And that hurt my heart because I know how mean middle school kids are. And I'm like, no more. As soon as that movie was over, we went straight to a CVS and I bought him a 6-pack of Old Spice. And we had to smuggle it into my mother's house like it was marijuana. And I showed him where to hide it, under his mattress. And then for the next 4 years, I became my brother's deodorant dealer. Where he would just text me, I'm out, and I'm like, I'm on it. And I would just show up with deodorant in a dirty brown bag and throw it through his window as I waved to my mother on the way out. And that's the kind of family I want to raise, you know? My mom and I never told my brother about his parakeets. My brother and I never told her about the deodorant. I have no idea what they're keeping from me. And we're all happy. Thanksgiving now is smooth. If we do catch each other's eye, we just go, right there.